What's good, family? Welcome back to the Betting Exchange, live on MSG. It's a Thursday. We got a whole lot to talk about, and everybody's in the building today. Katie's in the building, Erik, Christina, Jeff, and you. We're all locked in. We're all ready to go. NBA, NHL, WNBA. Oh my. There's a whole lot going on. I'm ready to talk about it, ready to make some money. How you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. My head, heart, gut didn't work out for me too well.
You gave your gut punch?
Night. Yeah. My heart hurts and my gut might be sick, actually.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling a little hangover. I got beat up a little bit last night. The Warriors lost, got crushed. I had a couple of games. It was a disaster yesterday, but
Rangers.
we live to see another day, and it's gonna go up from here.
Yeah, I'm having a great time as well. We're entering the second week of the WNBA. Had some good NBA games this week as well, so just feeling good.
Yeah, and look, I shout out to Tottenham. I came this close to hitting a 5,500 parlay, but this is why you don't. This is why you don't bet on Arsenal, because they let you down in some way. But here to help us soak in the atmosphere, get ready for the weekend and all the bets we got locked in. My guy in the shy, Sean Little. Sean, you've been quiet. I haven't talked to you in a while, so I know you're making a lot of money. Share your secrets.
No, man, we got to keep it quiet. We always on the ground. You already know. Jeff, EC, Mox, I love you guys. But Christina, pleasure to be on with you. Looking forward to the show today.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're going to talk some NBA playoffs, but I'm hearing that we have a clip to show everybody, so let's go ahead and run that right now. Y'all are cheering for the Warriors tonight. Yeah. And then for the West, I took the Golden State Warriors. Now, my favorite subject, the Warriors taking on the Grizzlies. Steph Curry in the starting lineup tonight. We got that death lineup starting the game. I kind of think nobody can beat them. If these five are on the floor the whole way, I feel like they're going to win the whole thing. Well. That death lineup means something different. The death lineup actually died.
It's self-death, right? That's what it's looking like.
Oh, my goodness. All right, nice control from the producers there. All right, so let's get into this a little bit deeper. I'm going to start with you, Erik. So the Suns took Game 5 versus the Mavs. They're looking to close this one out tonight. Can they do it, or do you think Luka has something up his sleeve?
Well, I mean, Luka's definitely going to have something up his sleeve. When you look at the Mavericks, they shot 8 for 32 from 3 last game, and there's no way they're going to do that again. Luka's probably going to play a lot better. But I'm looking forward for the Suns to turn it up a level. They dominated last game. Chris Paul only had 7 points, and we know what Chris Paul does when he's about to close a series. So I think they close the series, and it's the end of the Mavericks season.
Man,
going to Cabo.
It's going to be the end if Luka doesn't get his teammates involved. Guys like Dorian Finney-Smith, Jalen Brunson is going to get his regardless, but you got to look at Dorian, Spencer Dinwiddie, all those guys, Kleber, Bertan, like all these guys that have stepped up and played out of their mind, he has to get them going. Because I know Luka, it feels like he can do it all, but at some point, they're going to let you do what you do, and then once your teammates aren't involved, that's going to come back to bite you at the end.
You've got to credit the Suns' defense, though. I mean, they locked up Luka and they stopped him from driving to the rim. I think they did a really good job at stopping him and preventing him from making shots.
Totally. All right, Sean, what about the Philadelphia Sixers? They're facing elimination potentially at home tonight. Is Miami just the better team?
Katie, is water wet? Is Pat Riley a legend? Like, when you get production out of guys like Max Strus, Gabe Vincent, it just shows overall they're just a better team overall, and they're coached in a better way. I see the Heat closing out the series. I think Joel is starting to really break down. He was battling through all the tough injuries, the face, the orbital fracture, the thumb. I think all that stuff's coming down, and there's no one else for them to lean on. As soon as they get a little pressure at home, I think the crowd's going to turn on them. I think Miami's going to step on them, and then they're going to close out the series in 6.
Oh, I mean, the crowd is going to turn on them. They probably already have, knowing Philly fans.
Look, once again, the role players at home are going to be the ones that have to step up. So I'm looking at guys like Niang. I'm looking at Maxey. Tobias Harris. This man has to show up at some point because we don't know which Harden we're going to get, and Embiid is literally going to lay it. He's going to be like patched up, ready for war, and going to give his all. So these guys have to step up and do their thing in order for them to extend to Game 7. Like at the most, you want to end it in Miami. If you're going to go down, not on your home court. So we'll see what they got.
All right, Christina, you are our basketball insider, so please tell me what happened to the Warriors in Game 5, and do you think the Grizzlies can push this to a Game 7?
Whoop that trick. But
that was hysterical, by the way. Draymond is there. Yeah.
But, Ja Morant-less Grizzlies ended up blowing out the Warriors, which was a huge surprise. I mean, they got out-rebounded. The Grizzlies played great defense. They had almost 5 players in double figures last night. I think in order for the Warriors to win the next game, they have to come out with that same energy and intensity that the Memphis Grizzlies came out with.
Yeah, I agree. It's so interesting how well the Grizzlies play without Ja Morant, because when Ja's on the court, it's just like, give it to Ja, give it to, like, nobody even tries. They're just like, give it to Ja. And turns out they're all pretty freaking bad.
Right. Yeah,
I mean, bad in a good way.
Good,
But you have to remember,
right.
Katie, look, the Memphis Grizzlies were 20-5 without Ja Morant in the regular season. So you have to remember that. They're a pretty good
The
team.
defensive intensity goes up as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, the last one here is Boston versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Jeff, who you got?
Oh, I'm still rolling with the champs. They were my before the season, during the season, before the playoffs pick. I'm still rolling with them. And this game last night was the reason why. Coming down the stretch, they don't get rattled. They're down like 4 double-digit points going into the fourth. They get the key offensive plays. Drew Holiday is the X factor that Boston cannot account for, because he can play like the defensive player of the year and hit clutch baskets too. And they're going back to Milwaukee. The famous phrase, Bucks in 6, is Game 6. It don't look too good for Boston, because they're gonna need to play a perfect game to beat the Sixers at this point. And the Bucks. And the Bucks have an added incentive that they need to end it now, because they don't know what's gonna happen with the Heat and the Sixers. And you got to give Chris Middleton more time to heal.
Yeah.
So they are all the way incentivized to take this out in 6, and I think the champs are gonna do it.
Yeah, that's one of the most evenly matched as well. But don't go anywhere, everybody, because we got Christina here. We're going to be talking WNBA when we get back here on the Betting Exchange live on MSG.